Also, nice to meet you. Unwanted. I was curious to know, what did you think when you first read this script and when you put your first step on this huge ship and luxury cruise?
When I first read it, first of all, I couldn't believe that somebody was going to put up the money to tell the story. I mean, that was my honest opinion. Then, reading the story, I've never done any film where I've cried so much. It's like the first time you read it, and then you read about somebody, and then you cry, and then you read about another character, and then it's crying, and then doing the research, you're crying, and whilst you're filming, you're crying. So all I would say is this is sort of brought the humanity. You connect with that humanity of those characters in there. That was my experience.
Yeah.
You can. Okay. Well, when I first read it, it was also very emotional. I also just remembered our reading rehearsal we had together for the first time, and I remember the final monologue of Elvis, and it was such a specific silence in the room, and I think
I was crying.
we could just feel that this is really a story that needs to be told now, especially when you think of all the developments in European refugee politics of the past years. So I just thought, okay, it needs to be done now, and for my part, I was also really thankful for that queer love story, because it just means a lot to me to give queerness visibility, especially in that context of two people coming from totally different parts of the world, and just trying to find the love they are seeking for.
Yeah. And as when I read the script for the first time, I cried a lot. I laugh as well because there are so many funny scenes. Like it's like a Holocauster, You laugh, you cry, you laugh, you cry, and you're like, oh, I was making like sounds like as if I was watching the series, because the way it's written is so like I could see the images because it was so well written by Stefano. And then after we read the script, all of us, for the first time, and the way I was picturing the character, like all of you, I was like, my God, this is the character. I can see it. Like it was like so good. Like all of you, it was, I really loved it. Yeah, it was so strong. Very happy to tell this story.
And what about the shootings? Was that your first time on a cruise?
Yes. For me, yes.
Well, the first part we were actually shooting in the studio, and I was very, very thankful for it, because one thing is the ecological aspect.
Yeah.
So I was very thankful that it was only a few weeks, and the ship was mainly on the haven. And on the harbor.
Yeah.
Sorry. But for me it was a total catastrophe because I got seasick. So I just no. It's a weird thing. It's a very, very
Unique experience.
Yeah, and it's a very strange world. I don't know. I mean, I would never go there privately alone because of ecological aspects. But I mean, it's really like an own strange universe.
Yeah, I mean, it was a unique experience filming on the ship. I mean, first of all, it was COVID. So
yes,
you got COVID? No.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got COVID on the ship. I mean, that's another story. But I mean, it was COVID, so it was very, very restrictive to get onto the ship. We had to do tests every day, and then so in between filming, you live on the same. You're living in the same environment, and then you go into costume and get ready, and then go and film. And so it was a unique experience. That was my first experience on a ship, but you know, I've done a lot of projects with international cast, so it wasn't that different. But also, it made you learn a lot. You know, just staying with people, we got to know each other more because you couldn't go anywhere. And then, you know, I think the third week I got COVID and I had to be kicked off the ship, and which was good.
Yeah, but we had good time though.
It was
like
lovely.
we had like basketball. I remember. You remember? Basketball sessions on the ship.
Yes.
And
True.
yeah, it was really great. And as Edward said, we were stick together. Basically, we were spending like our time every day. And
We had a ship to ourselves. There was no one.
Yeah.
We were the only non-ship crew on the ship. So
yeah.
yeah, it was a unique experience.
Ciao.
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 Ciao.